Is there like a dedicated interface that allows you to build on easy mode?
Yes, absolutely. I'll touch on the postbox first. So that's another novel thing. That is kind of our interface between the in-game world and the chain. So you can go to postbox and you can take something, for example, a vehicle, and you can place it in the postbox. And then at that point, you can go over and put that vehicle on the market. And essentially, it unlocks it for trading. When you place things in postbox, they're unlocked for trading. When you buy something on the market, for example, if I went and bought a vehicle, I would then go to the postbox and retrieve it from the postbox, and now I would have it in world. So it's our bridge between the blockchain and the in-game world for items, essentially, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then in terms of like actually building something on easy mode, like is there an editor that
Yes.
goes, yeah.
Yes, there's a builder interface. It's instead of play, it's build dot, and it's kind of a top-down sky view, like almost like a SimCity type view, where you can fly the camera around and then you can place down foundations and then build on top of them. You use the at the moment we've got the predefined tower designs. Each plot will have a different architectural style. So in terms of windows and door shapes and things like that, we have subtle differences into the default buildings. And then on down the line, you'll be able to import your own 3D buildings as well and place them on foundations, kind of the way OnCyber works, where you create a GLB with your collisions and your various functions like that built into it. So at the moment, you would go to build, lay down your foundation, lay down your ground floor, and then put down a residential unit, and then you're good to spawn. And in most cases, it's about 50 bob or less for most of the ones I've built, which is a pretty small sum. You can, if you get lucky, you can claim 2 or 3 faucets for a few dollars and get that. If you can find the 20 bobbers, you claim 3 20 bobbers, and you built yourself a building for $3, basically. But that takes some work and some effort. You got to go out in the world. If you're not trying to go out in the world and hunt faucets and harvest them, you can just go to the decks and market by your bob. You know, same thing for vehicles. If you want to craft a vehicle, you're going to need 100 slag. You can go out in the world and harvest 100 slag from various faucets. If you see those black holes off in the distance all around, if you just kind of turn around, you'll see a few big kind of looming spires off in the distance. There's a few of them if you look towards Pasadena. Towards the southwest, you'll see a few of them off in the distance, and you go out and hunt those and pull resources. And once you've got 100 of them, you would go to an LVR and use the interaction point inside, and boom, you got a vehicle ready to be picked up on the little pedestal there. And when you spend those tokens, they go right back into the contract to be claimed out of faucets. It's a circular economy. And like I say, there's no kind of pre-allocation for any kind of tokens or anything like that. So all fair distribution, all fair launch. The only way to get them is to get them off of decks from somebody that claimed them or go claim them in the world.
Hey, this is absolutely insane. One thing that we usually do towards the end of the show is take an in-world group picture. It looks like a lot of folks are around Houston.
Most now.
Huh?
We're over here by the post box and the mass spawner, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm staying Metallic right now in Misfit.
we have a Metaverse videographer. So we actually have a theme song for him too. So we'll cue that theme song, and then Paradox, get ready to do your thing, man.
Yeah, send them through. Let's get going. Be very exciting to see what kind of media y'all produce from this. I know y'all's is that a Hyperfy world we launched in before we came over here?
Yep.
It's a very, very cool little setup y'all got there. So you obviously got some pretty talented people on the team. So I'm excited to see what kind of media y'all produce from this event. So if everyone can kind of get together here on the south side of the spawner and, direct your gunshots to the sky, please. Trying to take a group picture here, y'all. Was a trip seeing so many freaking avatar faces.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Hello. Firstly, how's my mic? 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 10 out of 10. How are we sounding? Good. Okay, cool. Cheers, easy. All right, cool. So if you've not been listening, I am Paradox. I am the resident WIP videographer, and this is the point in the show where we take a group photo, and I also collect some videos. So if you're new to the WIP, I edit together a recap video of these events every single week, and you can catch them on Rizzle's Twitter, so keep an eye out for those. Okay, cool. So we are in World. We've all got guns, so we're going to use that. So everyone is in Houston. If you look slightly towards the bull character, the green bull, you'll see a white little platform with a bouncing pink man on there. If you head over to that platform, please. So get everyone over. Okay, cool. So I'm going to be, the background is going to be the cowboy directly behind you on the wall. Can you dance in this? I don't think you can. So just fire your guns like cowboys, right? Okay, cool. So dragging it whilst everyone comes over. Do you want to play a little bit of any music, and then we'll get this one going? Poor Rizzle. Okay, cool. Dragonate's dead. Okay, a couple more shots. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Dragonite. Oh, that was a beautiful cutoff. Okay, cool. So I think that's everything for me, guys. Until then, I will catch you next week. Paradox out. Cheers.
Fantastic, dude. Thank you so much for coming in and capturing some media for us. I was doing my best to get some screenshots, but then I just caught some more bullets. Man.
Yeah, I got murdered
This is
right before the photo
this is us
shoot.
on our best behavior. This is us on our best behavior. I told all the residents of Houston ahead of time, like, you guys be on your best behavior now. We're gonna have guests. So yeah, no, it's very peaceful now.
Absolutely amazing. Dave, I just want to shout you out and just thank you for taking us through. And what a blast. And a million questions you answered. I think everyone has like 1,000,001 new questions after this, but I think we have way posts at least for how to do our thing heading forward. Yeah.
Yeah. If you got a few minutes, I'll try and field a few more if you want and do my best. The best place to get questions answered, though, is the Discord, because King will hop in and give you some sort of...
Yeah, drop a link in the Discord. That would be perfect.
Let me go ahead and put it, just drop it in y'all's Discord, or...
Yeah. Go to general, drop that. It'll be sweet.
Give me just a second. I know that there is a link on TMWSTWM, but let me copy it for y'all and drop it directly.
Yeah, that's perfect, Dave. And any other links that you got that people should have or know about and everything, definitely drop them in the general channel. We're gonna wrap this thing up, but if y'all have questions for Dave or TMWSTW, check out their Discord and everything. I haven't gotten in there yet, but I'm gonna check it out too. This was an incredible tour. I feel like there's a lot of people in the audience here who really appreciate the nature of what you've built and the ethos behind. I say you. I know you're a resident, power user resident, whatever. Gave a really great tour and deep dive into the whole thing here. So thank you so much, Dave, for hopping in. It's cool to see Misfit Pixels dancing all up in here. We were just at Misfit Pixels last week shooting zombies and everything. So if anyone has questions, hit Dave up. We are going to be back next week with a killer one. I won't reveal any secrets left yet. We're still lining it up and everything. So if you came in halfway through and did not sign the guest book, I'm going to drop the link right in here. Make sure you sign the guest book so you get this week's giveaway. And I know we do so much cool shit. Shout out to everyone who came out today. Paradox for the group shout at the end. All the crew put this together, the audience who came out for this event. This was a really cool one. We knew this was going to be cool, but we didn't have like a huge idea of exactly what to expect from it. So it was sort of an adventure for all of us that absolutely didn't disappoint. That's a killer shot. I think that's everything. I'm going to hot potato the mic back over to Matt. Otherwise, stick around for the Afties with show.
Nah, man, let's go right into the Afties with show. Drago, cue that theme song.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah! Yeah!
It's time for the Afties.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Yo, what's up, fam? How's my audio? My 2x2 or 5x5? What's the deal? Talk to me. Thank you. Hey, let me just say for the record, there's like some government construction going on outside of my window, and it's like, it's obnoxious. So, I apologize. Other than that, WIP fam, what the fuck is up? I am sure you already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this hideous, horrendous, gross, pus-filled appendage that's attached to the WIP, spewing and excreting and extrapolating all kinds of filth going on in the crypto space. Shout out to the awesome presenter presenting things and stuff like that, and shout out to you for surviving. This crypto winter has made us into super soldiers, specifically winter soldiers. We can survive damn near anything, and kudos to you. That being said, there's a bunch of shit that popped off. Literally, it always happens on Thursdays. Like, it ended last Thursday and shit went fucking crazy. Sam Bankman free trial. I gave you little bits and pieces, but he actually took the stand after the WIP last week. Today, there's jury liberation. Literally at this moment, I can't even say literally. Literally at this moment right now, the jurors are eating fucking pizza and Chinese food downtown. One of my favorite Chinese restaurants is near that courthouse, by the way, and it's like legendary for when you're drunk as fuck at 4 a.m. in the morning, but right before you go to the after hours. You go there, you get fucked up with your homies, and then you line your stomach with a bunch of cheap Chinese food, and then you go get fucked up even more. But I digress. Sorry, pardon me. What you're looking at, if you're clicking on me, click on the screen and you look and you see that there's something up. Click on me. If you see me in the voice channel, click on me. There's a bunch of things to check out. If you're in the voice channel, you hear my voice, click on me. If you're in the voice channel, you hear my voice, click on me. Gang. Ice cream's so good. Click on me. If you're in the voice channel, you will be highly entertained. Gang.
I'll block you.
I'm surprised, just side note, I'm surprised that wasn't birthed within our den of creation. That like, it wasn't a degen that made that popular. Shocked as fuck, considering all of the like things that we have done together as a family. I'm just that's just whatever. Okay, yo, let's get into this shit and give me your opinion. I want your opinion on what you're about to watch. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Wendy O, and I'm the #1 female crypto influencer in the world.
Why are you the best whale?
Because I'm a bitch. I talk to people.
I think you're out of touch.
That's your opinion.
Can I finish?
No. I'm a woman. I do care about people, but I will call you out on your shit. Let me finish, please.
You interrupted me first.
You know what? I'm a judge, though. I'm looking for projects that, after they've made it, are going to be contributing back to society. Can I see that product?
Sure.
I'm going to be able to tell you right away if this is good or not. Yes, I know I can be a little bit rough around the edges, but listen, it is because I care. It's because I want you to succeed. I like your style. I'm going to swim. You got this.
Thoughts. Shout out to everybody watching. Thoughts. Hey, do me a favor. If you're gonna leave, just Irish exit. Please don't say you're leaving. It kills the vibe. For those of you who are brand new, I've said this for years. Just Irish exit. Don't, because it's like when you say you're leaving, it's like you're not actually leaving. You're making a declaration about the product or content that is being presented to you. Yo, what do you think? I'm seeing this shit. Yeah, yuck, BS, lame, no. I mean, Crypto Wendy, again, this is like, we have so many voices in this space. The thing that caught me by surprise when she said, I'm a woman, so naturally I care. I'm like, I don't think that's gender related, or it is. It's not one in this. It's not interchangeable. It's not interchangeable. I love women, but I don't like that you're implying that. It just doesn't make any sense. It's unrelated to anything. It's like you don't have to preface you being a shark. It invalidates you saying that you care. It doesn't mean that. It means something else entirely. Yeah, I do too. I wanna hate watch also, which is why I brought it to you all. Hey, that was cool. Let's look at this. Shout out to Laura Shin. Laura Shin. So look, we had there is a slew of journalists in the mix, all downtown. They can't sleep. They've been camping out in front of the courthouse, which is fucking brutal. I would not wish that shit in the world. If you knew where the courthouse is at, there's nothing comfortable. There's no 24-hour little shops or stores, nothing in that area anymore. Shit is shut down. Side note, one of my favorite nightclubs was across the street. They shut that shit down. Also, I used to work at a startup that was about 3 blocks down from there. Fuck that startup. They could suck a dick. But sorry, again, I digress. So they're all camped out for the Sam Bankman-Fried trial. We've been getting some really interesting tidbits here. We got Laura Shin, Tiffany Fong. There's also Inner City Press. I don't know how they're recording shit, but it's all good. It's awesome. Or how they're remembering anything. The coffee must be great. Yo, check this out.
Just a really quick video.
She's really low.
Sassoon did the.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Government's second closing statement, and she kept it short. She only spoke for like 45 minutes, but there were a few key arguments I think that I hadn't heard elsewhere. So one thing is that she asked why it is that Sam chose Caroline to kind of help perpetrate some of the crimes or the alleged crimes. And she said, look at their romantic relationship. Like, why did he choose Caroline as his trusted deputy? It was, because in that relationship, he had all the power.
The power.
Then she talked
Stop using your significant other
discussed
to do things.
That it had on her.
Crimes. That's not what it's supposed to be about.
Starting especially with.
Stop abusing your significant other, y'all. Word to the wise.
where Caroline had talked about how that was some of the worst months of her life.
She was stressed.
She knew that she was committing crimes.
She was committing crimes.
Find out. Then there was one thing.
Stop abusing your partners.
Is that
you won't fucking steal billions of dollars in funds if you stop abusing your fucking significant other.
That what SBF said in his own testimony indicates that he's guilty. And she brought up some legal theory called conscious avoidance. And
important part
she
here.
Said, so I'm sorry that I didn't manage to write down what that exactly means, but essentially, he'd been saying that there were safeguards for people's money, but there weren't actually, and
no guardrails.
He directed changes to the code that would treat Alameda's accounts as different from everyone else's. But that, even if you follow his story where he says that he didn't know about the fiat liability until the fall of 2022, that is evidence of conscious avoidance, and that makes him guilty of the...
Exactly. So conscious avoidance, willful ignorance, meaning you turn a blind eye. You can't press the button and then turn a blind eye and say, oh, no, I didn't do it. They also talk about it in Billions. The season finale, the series finale of Billions was this Sunday, and I cried because Billions is the fucking shit. Billions made me feel proud to be a New Yorker. Not because it didn't capture like New York is greedy, grimy, like the dark cesspool shit. No, it captured another aspect of New York. There are many aspects. There's even more nuanced, niche, cool ass shit going on in a city that's never shown. They always show the same archetypes, the same type of personalities, and it's boring. What Billions captured was an aspect of New York that I love. It's this they hint at high society, but they shit on high society at the same time, because it's not about you being up on your high horse. You made all the billions and you're just whatever. What it showed is I don't worship hustle culture anymore. There's a time where I did. I don't hustle it because it's like you don't have to hustle. Like we're in this space. We know what it means to work hard. We know what it means to fight against resistance and make it. What it shows is passion, intensity about something you care about, and you see all of these characters motivated by something. It doesn't have to be good or bad. And these were intelligent people. These were even stupid intelligent people going up against intelligent stupid people. And it was fun. And it was great. And I also liked how they would just stand there with their arms by their sides and they would barely move their faces, but they would speak so rapidly. It was such an interesting directional choice, but it's the style of Billions. It's fucking Billions. But what was great was were the locations, was how they always had a celebrity who knew somebody. It's this very fucking New York. The reason why I bring this up is because this place was featured in Billions, or they reference it, or they're walking around this area. This is this particular area. This is right off of Canal Street where the courthouse is at, and it bleeds right into the financial district. So it's kind of one and the same. I've spent a lot of time in this area, not for criminal shit. No, working for government agencies, more than one. Real shit. And so, I know this area very well. The reason why I bring it up is because when it comes to willful ignorance, there was a character in there that was dealing with willful ignorance, commingling of funds, conscious avoidance, which is what Linda just said. And they fell flat on their face. Sam Bankman-Fried, the thing that really pisses me off about Sam Bankman-Fried is look at this right here. This is the kid. Look at the screen. If you looked away, if you're looking at Eastern European porn, just come back to the voice channel. Click back on me, and like, we'll look at this real quick. Then you can go back to looking at whatever porn you're watching. But you know, the thing about Sam Bankman-Fried is he's that kid that we hate. It's when you're growing up, and if you raise your hand in class, they would kill you. They'd be like, "Oh, you're a fucking nerd. Oh, why are you trying to be smart?" Like, they would kill you for trying to study and try to survive. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to survive. I'm not trying to fucking be the smartest person in the room. It just so happens that this shit is so like stupid that I just need to get through this shit. Sam, like what they think you are when you're trying to fucking remember things and finish tests and stuff, especially coming where I come from, where like, oh god, if you're anything, if you're an inkling, if you're any kind of sort of bright or remember anything worthwhile or string together a coherent sentence, like it's like, oh my god, you're Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, you're so rich. You're so. It's like, dude, chill out, chill the fuck out. But this is what they think. This is what they think. This is what they see in the class when they're blowing spitballs at you, and you're raising your hand and you're putting the apple on the teacher's fucking desk. He literally was raised in a bubble. His mom is a fucking terror. Barbara Fried, yo. I didn't know who the fuck this woman was, but she is that shadowy mover and shaker. She is a evil fucking woo. And her husband is only a doormat to her. He's only a cuck to her. You could tell. You could look at his fucking face, and you could tell that like her husband is the cuck. He's an asshole to everybody else. He's a savage. He's a brutal fucking savage. But to her, she's like wearing whips and chains and like she's wearing 7-inch stilettos and shoving it down his throat when he doesn't take out the trash. You can tell that he was influenced by this. Just listen to this.
It's actually me who's IMing you. Yeah,
I love drugs.
That's VJ. That's Nisha's brother. That's also VJ. Okay. It's actually
what is going on?
Yeah,
I love drugs.
That's VJ.
It's so ironic that he would say that because clearly he has an Adderall addiction, amongst other things. It was alluded to that that he was high on a lot of different things. Truth. To keep him to give him an edge. There's another video, I'm not going to get into that. But there's something else I want to show you. When they were talking about Sam and how Sam believed, he said his words in his testimony, he said that he believed there's a large portion of Twitter that is stupid, that are fucking idiots. His words, not mine. So he's consciously playing everyone. He was even in the courtroom mumbling his responses, repeating the same words, saying that his lawyer advised him to do. She kept saying his lawyer's name. He was willfully ignorant, consciously evasive. They counted how many times he was evasive. They said 140 questions he evaded. 140 questions during cross-examination. He didn't answer. He evaded. I want you to look at this. Oh no, not that. That's my final thing. Where is this? Where the fuck is this? Okay, here we go. We're not gonna watch. We're just gonna watch the beginning, a little bit of the beginning, a little bit of the end. It's worth your time. It's worth your fucking time. I know what you're thinking.
What's up, guys? It's me, Tiff, and I'm in New York City watching Sam Bankman-Fried's criminal trial in person, and I think today might have been the most damning day for Sam Bankman-Fried so far. Today, we got to see the prosecution and defense's closing arguments. Over the past few weeks, we've heard the government's argument, but it's been sort of a fragmented story. We heard testimonies from Caroline Ellison, Gary Wong, Nishad Singh, Adam Yedidia, Cam Sun, but they each obviously had their own perspectives perspective, and they all sort of felt like one piece of the puzzle. And today's the day that the government put all of those pieces together into one very succinct, effective, and damning portrait of Sam Bankman-Fried. It was honestly masterful, and their case feels pretty airtight to me. The prosecutor who presented the closing argument was Nicholas Ruse, and he's very tall and articulate and has a very strong and commanding presence. And in contrast, Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyer comes off as very soft-spoken and even meek. Obviously, this is just my perception being in the courtroom, but maybe others read him differently.
Tiffany is young, beautiful, living in an awesome apartment, maybe an Airbnb in New York City, and she's here for this trial. She has little to no sleep. So, of course, she's looking at things to keep her stimulated. Obviously, she's checking out the guys. She's checking out the powerful men in the room. Let's keep going.
Before we dive into the content of the closing arguments, I will point out that Sam's parents, Barbara and Joe, were in the courtroom at the beginning of the day and notably left the courtroom for the prosecution's closing argument and returned for the defense's closing argument.
For the record, Barbara Fried hates Tiffany Fong, this girl right here, because Tiff would always visit Sam while he was under house arrest. And she would make little faces. And then when she came to the courthouse, she yelled at her. Literally, she wrote about it. It was also featured in the New York Times a few days ago. They said that Crypto Circus has come to New York City and the courtroom, and they had Tiffany's face. This is so. I don't know if everyone else is even keeping up with this. I don't know if you care, but I'm trying to keep whoever is informed and watching here informed.
I don't actually want to shit on them right now because I'm sure they're going through a very hard time, but it is just something that I had in my notes. So first, we watched the prosecution's closing argument. He kicked off by pointing out that thousands of people from all over the world put millions of dollars into FTX, which turned into billions of dollars, and then thousands of people tried to withdraw their funds but were not able to. Where did the money go? Whose responsibility was this? And then he very theatrically pointed at Sam Bankman-Fried and says, "This man, Samuel Bankman-Fried, he spent his customers' money and lied about it. It went to investments, to repay loans, to pay expenses, to buy properties, and to make political donations." He says it was a pyramid of deception, a foundation of lies and false promises, and eventually it collapsed, leaving countless victims in its wake. He points out that customer deposits were theirs and for them alone to use. And employees like Caroline Ellison, Gary Wong, Nishad Singh, and Adam Yedidia all testified that they too thought customer deposits belonged to customers. This is not about crypto or financial jargon. This is about stealing and greed. And the core dispute here is, did the defendant know that taking the money was wrong? Nicholas Rose asserts he took the money and knew it was wrong. He thought he was smarter and better and could talk and walk his way out of this. And that ends today with you. Points to the jury. You see, the defendant schemed and lied to get the money, and now it's gone. He told customers over and over that the money was there. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He didn't have to testify. The defendant took the stand and told his story, and he lied to you.
There it is. So the general consensus from the News Corps and all the journalists who are following this is that this right here, this testimony the closing arguments, these are the closing arguments, that this shit was 10 out of 10. This is what you want when you're being when you're in the courtroom, and instead of the prosecutor doing this to you, you want someone to do this on your behalf against someone else. This is what you think you're paying for. And it was brutal. All right, let's just skip to the last part of this right here. Let's see if we could play it. Maybe it's a lot.
I think it makes them more likely to want to.
Let's see. Okay, wait.
Orchestrating it. Nishad was saying to Sam that he should clarify that he...
No, I don't want to hear about Nishad Singh. Come on, man.
It's me, Tiff. More money for Alameda, so he set up systems to take the money. And this is basically where the fun portion ended. And after that, Nicholas Rose went into the 7 counts that Sam is charged with. So that essentially summarizes the prosecution's closing argument, and I thought it was very strong and it felt airtight to me. Nicholas Rose essentially called out a lot of Sam's lies and potential excuses and made it very difficult for the defense to follow up. It is about 10 p.m., so I need to get showered and get ready to wake up tomorrow because it might be the final day that I attend court. I do feel kind of bad because I pretty much just summarized the prosecution's closing argument. I really try to be somewhat fair and balanced in these, but I also really want to make it into the main courtroom tomorrow. So maybe I can make another video tomorrow on the defense's closing argument, but I don't know if that would be worthwhile since it looks like we're reaching the end of this case. I will say briefly that Sam's lawyer's closing argument felt drastically weaker than the prosecution's, and that seemed to be the general consensus amongst the press corps. The defense's closing argument essentially hinges on the notion that Sam always acted in good faith at the time, and that good faith is a defense to all of the counts that Sam is charged with, and if you believe that he acted in good faith at the time, you must find him not guilty on all counts. In my opinion, it didn't feel that the defense had a clear, comprehensive narrative to show that Sam Bankman-Fried was always acting in good faith. Mark Cohen seemed to sort of zero in on very specific rebuttals to specific arguments rather than having one broad explanation for how all of this happened.
Yeah. Lastly, let's zoom. The SEC. Oh, okay. Fuck it. Look, Tiff. I know that Tiffany needed to shower and do all kinds of shit, but there it is. If I don't know what to fucking tell you, but to me, I know it's leaning one way, but we do know how powerful Sam Bankman-Fried's parents are, so don't be surprised if all of a sudden he's acquitted on all counts or whatever the fuck the word is. I don't know. All right, so that's what that shit is. Look at this right here. This is the last final thing, y'all. The SEC has subpoenaed PayPal over an incredibly safe dollar-backed stablecoin that complies with New York's strict stablecoin laws. So remember Paxos a couple of months ago partnered with PayPal in order to create the, I think it's the, what the fuck is it? PYUSD? I think it's PYUSD. And remember, God, the what the fuck is that agency's called? What agency is overseeing this shit? The one that created the draconian Bitcoin legislation laws, whatever. Look, all I know is that New York is backwards as shit when it comes to this, but they managed to get this Paxos stablecoin through. I know that the DA or whatever, the top lawyer or whatever of the state, she was like, okay. Anyway, so the SEC is just attacking everybody. This shit has already been approved. It's been looked at a million times. Gary has lost his mind, and the SEC is officially a joke. It keeps losing in court, and will end up at the SCOTUS, where its authority will be gutted. It's unfortunate, right? Because we do need some form of SEC. We do need some form of SEC, but not the SEC that has been perpetuated by Gary Gensler, by all the and the two other motherfuckers that came before him. We do need some kind of authority that makes sense, right? That makes sense. They also went after SafeMoon. After the fact. They went after SafeMoon after somebody mentioned that they didn't fucking go after any of these other motherfuckers. FTX. They didn't go after Terra, Luna, SafeMoon, and then they go after Safe. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. But what I do know, thank you. Shout out to Hidden Forces. Thank you, Brooke Hawk. Thank you for all knowing all those big ass words that I don't fucking know. You know why I don't know these words? Because there's so much going on in our space, and I'm trying to keep up. But you motherfuckers are sitting around twiddling your thumbs. I feel like I'm the only person who cares about this, and I'm the only person sharing this shit. If Sam Bankman-Fried is found guilty, I don't know if that affects the market. I would like to think so, but I don't think so. The final two catalysts that we have are if spot ETFs cross the line and make it through, but who knows? Because Gary is focused on PayPal and SafeMoon right now. Hopefully, BlackRock will put a foot up his fucking ass because they have the power to do so. Hopefully that affects the market. And last but not least, the good old fucking halvening. In 4 to 5 months, the good old halvening shows up again. So if we can't rely on any of these things making anything happen this winter, we know that at the tail end of the fucking winter in March, we have the halvening. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to this edition of the After. Shout out to the presenter presenting presentable things. Shout out to the WIP crew. I love each and every single one of you. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. WIP fam, this information is yours. It's about you. This is your life, I'm assuming. Maybe I don't know. I mean, shit, it's mine. I mean, this is my space. My space. Ha! I'm Tom, and this is my fucking space, motherfucker. Thank you so much. Much love, and I'll see you later.